On a dark, spooky night, three teenagers were in the graveyard of the old Con Studios where the Gorillaz used to live. So, this is the abandoned studio? Sure is. This is where Gorillaz used to live. Well, come on, let's see if we can find anything that they left behind. The three split up. The girl, Lori, looked around some tombs. However, she heard what sounded like footsteps. Hello? Just then, a shadowy figure crept up behind her and grabbed her, making her scream. Lori! One of the boys named Billy ran to the spot where Lori's scream came from, but he was already too late. Lori had been killed. No! Where are you? What have you done with my girlfriend? Just then, another shadowy figure came out from behind and began to strangle him to death. The other boy, Chris, was the last one. He was looking at a different tomb when he saw a severed hand next to it. Billy? Lori? You might want to come see this. There was no answer. Billy? Lori? Chris felt something touch his foot. It was Lori's murdered corpse. Oh my God! Then he saw Billy's body, which made him scream even louder. Then four shadowy figures started coming towards him. No, 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 no! The next day, the news on the three teens who were murdered was told on the news. And our top story, three teens were killed in the old abandoned studio known as Con Studios, home of the English band Gorillaz. Murdoch was watching the broadcast drinking when he spat out his beer after hearing where the murders took place. What? Oi, mates, get in here! Tootie, Russell, Noodle, Izzy, and along with their kids came into the room. What is it, babe? Get this, 3 teens were killed at our studio. You mean the one you burned down? The reporter on the TV continued. Investigators say the victims were stabbed by multiple weapons, one of them being a knife that was left behind. Looks like some criminal chose that place as his new home. Who could have done such a thing? Well, I'm sure whoever it was, there was probably hiding somewhere. Just then, the doorbell rung. Russell went to the door and opened it, where outside was a cop. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Officer Paul, and are you the original owners of the burned-down building where the murder of those 3 teens took place? Yeah, we lived there a long time ago, but not anymore. Well, do you mind if I ask a few questions? Sure, come on in. The band sat down with Officer Paul while Izzy made the kids go upstairs. So how long have you lived in that building? Since like the late 90s, early 2000s. And how did you find this place? Off the dark web. And did you all move in together at the same time? Actually, no, it was just me and Tootie at first. Then I came along and moved in with them. Then I coincidentally got shipped in a FedEx crate and came to live with them. And I was the last one to move in. Okay, now here's my final question. Where were you all on the night those teens were killed? I was on a date night with my girl, and I was with him, of course. I was at home watching Evil Dead after I put my daughter, Blue, and the rest of the kids to bed. I was catching up on some reading, and I went to bed early. Okay, then how do you explain this knife that was found at the scene of the crime that also had your fingerprints on it? What? We did some digging, and it said that this knife has your fingerprints on it. But like we said, we weren't there. Okay, then I'll have to call in the men then. The band were all put in handcuffs and taken into cop cars while Izzy and the kids watched. You can't take my dad away. But Daddy's not a murderer, I swear. I understand, kids, but this is serious. So we're just going to take a look and get more info on them. Meanwhile, at a studio apartment downtown, a young girl named Sumner was watching the news broadcast. And in other news, the Gorillaz have been taken into custody for the murder of the 3 teens. What? It said that they didn't do it. Or did they? All of this and more at 10. No, it wasn't them. But I think I have an idea who. Later, the band were in a cell wondering who could have been the one to frame them for a crime they didn't commit. This is better than the last jail cells I've been in. Just then, a woman police officer came to their cell. All right, you 4 come with me. Just then, another officer came. Excuse me, what are you doing? The chief told me to take them in for questioning. You sure? Yes, I heard him loud and clear. Okay. The officer walked away. They were all taken out of the cell. Then the woman led them outside. Miss, this isn't the chief's office. And I'm not a real officer, which would get me in trouble if I wasn't helping you escape. So come with me before they figure out you guys are gone and that I helped you escape. Later, Sumner took the band to her studio apartment to explain why she believed the band was innocent. Nice place you got here. Thanks. Wow, I can't believe 2D just complimented about my place. Okay, girlie, would you care to explain why you think we're innocent? But first, may I interest you in anything to drink? I got water, soda. You got any tea? Yeah, I'm gonna guess peppermint. How did you? I'm one of those fans who knows a lot. Thanks. Sumner. My name's Sumner. Thanks, Sumner. Later, Sumner explained to them who could be behind the murders of what happened at the old Con Studios. So every year around Halloween since 2022, I started a little anthology horror series centered around you guys, inspired by my favorite adult cartoon that does the same thing around Halloween as well, called The Simpsons. And well, on the third year I did it, I got inspired by some evil creepypasta versions of the main six from My Little Pony, and created these evil killer versions of yourselves. Really? So you're saying that there's some killer doppelgangers of us out there that you created and are now trying to kill people? Yes. So how do we stop them? Like every horror movie villain, at the end of the movie, you'll have to kill them to prove your innocence. So, looks like tonight we're going to kill some doppelgangers of us. Later that night, Sumner and the band went to the old abandoned condos to hunt down the killer gorillas. Okay, so what do? We split up. Murdoch, actually, I think it's best we all just stick together. Why do you say that? You guys have seen horror movies, right? It's never a good idea to split up, especially when the killer is after us. Sumner's right. We should probably stick together. Later, Sumner and the band were setting up traps. Hey, Tootie? Yes? I was wondering, if the killer versions of you or any of your bandmates come and attack us, you'll protect me, right? Sure. I'm not that strong, but I think I could do it. Thanks. Tootie, I think she likes you. What do you mean? She clearly has a crush on you. Nah, she's way too young for me. Right. Suddenly, they all heard Sumner scream. The killer gorillas had captured her. Sumner! Ah, great. Now we gotta save her. Let's go. Inside the abandoned con studios, the place was covered with blood and body parts all around. Good, Russ, you got her. What are you doing? Let go! Place her on the stretcher. Evil Russell placed her on the stretcher while Evil Tootie and Evil Noodle locked her wrists and ankles in. What are you going to do to me? Don't worry, kiddo. It will only hurt until you can feel no more pain. And your parts will be perfect for our collection. Why are you doing this? You created us, and if we want to continue with our killing, we'll have to kill you. No, please don't. I haven't even gotten into the entertainment industry yet. Well, too bad. Just then, the good gorillas came in to save the day. Not so fast, you evil killing monsters. Let's get them. Both groups of gorillas started to fight each other with weapons, slicing and dicing each other. Tootie was fighting his evil counterpart when he knocked him out. After that, he ran to free Sumner, but his evil counterpart was starting to get up. Tootie? Don't worry, I'll get you out. Suddenly, evil Tootie came running with a knife. Look out! Tootie turned around and stabbed his evil counterpart in the chest with a knife, making him fall to the ground. You messed with the wrong guy. You did it! Sumner then kissed Tootie on the cheek. Meanwhile, the others continued to fight their evil selves. Murdoch got out a chainsaw, then he sliced his evil self in half. Noodle took out a katana sword and cut off Evil Noodle's head. Next, Russell pushed his evil self into a hook, which killed him instantly. Just then, police sirens were heard outside. Sumner and the band walked out while still drenched in blood. The officers went into the building and saw all the different weapons and body parts all over the place. Well, looks like we're finally innocent. Except for the fact we just killed our evil doppelgangers. Well, at least it's over. Thank goodness. A woman officer then came up to them. Miss Geek, we're here to take you home. Well, I better get going. Well, thanks for everything. No problem. You guys are welcome anytime.